Good evening. Good evening. It is indeed a time of day, and I live again. Barely. Oh god, am I tired. So, on today's docket, nothing planned. Maybe a little bit of mining, maybe a little bit of everything else, maybe nothing. Existence is a lie. I have no idea what I'm doing. So, whenever I eventually end up accidentally ramming into an asteroid again, I'm completely just going to, like, cargo hole? Yeah, cargo hole. Yeah. Oh, God. Alright. Let's see. Where is the nearest set of unprotected rocks ready to be zapped? They have gotten so little done over the last, like, month. I'm not going to lie. Just been tired a lot and, like, a little bit sore because I keep cleaning way too much. Like, inspections are done. I got the inspection done. I was once again praised for the cleanliness of my apartment by the government ladies. And once again, another year has passed where I must actively and neurotically not point out every little unclean aspect of my domain. Either way, I'm happy that it's done. All my paperwork for the year done? Yeah. And it's a Friday. It's a nice little Friday. We'll see if anything else happens today. I'm kind of just doing this to waste my own time. So yeah. I'm not really concerned about much, to be honest. I'm not thinking about the holidays right now because I don't like thinking about holidays. You know the thing I said about me having trouble with depth perception? Yeah, that hasn't changed in the slightest. Can I enter scan mode, please? Here we go. What we got here? I won't to properly figure out mining. My main problem is that I really probably need to get a ship that can mine from further away because apparently I'm really fucking bad at it. All right, what do we got? Barrel, iron, ironite. This is actually not that bad for something that is more or less nothing. Can I just start extracting from this? No, it needs to be actually split apart first. Okay. Alright. I'm assuming we're in the right distance for this. Is that not hitting? Do I need to increase power? Ah, power. Yes. Okay. Here we are. Here we are. Okay, I understand. Is it working? Hmm. There we go, there we go. Okay. I was not quite in range of it. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Slowly. Alright, I think we're good. I think we're good. I don't need to do this fast. The power slightly to get it back up there. Come on. Come on. Blast this motherfucker. Come on. Okay. I'm sure there's a way to do this way easier that I'm unaware of. But... come on. Okay, about 50% seems to be a good spot to keep it on. And kaboom! Okie dokie then. All of this should be good, is it? Yes, okay. I'm not looking for anything particularly heavy in terms of gather. Okay. I'm just still trying to figure out how this works in general. I'd much rather have a ship that, like, latches onto the asteroid and slowly picks it apart with, like, claws and lasers, but, you know. I'm not likely to get something like that. That's out of range slightly. Okay. I'm betting we don't get anything particularly interesting here. So once I'm done here, I have to go find somewhere with a refinery. There we go. Alright. And yeah, I'm not particularly concerned with the amount I'm making. As long as I'm turning a profit on it, I should be fine. Which is to say, partially doing this to pay off the ship. Just so that, you know, I actually can. Those are a really, really nice material that pays a fairly good amount. That one will be closer. There's plenty here. Okay, that one's closest. Let's see what we have here. Once I can actually see it, then I'll be a little more careful. Actually, I'm trying to be careful in general. Hello. Oh, hello, hello. What are you? How often do you see someone who commits piracy actively do a day job? I don't lie. I actually don't think I've pirated anyone in this game before. Well, successfully. There may have been a incident where an attempted piracy happened and they had nothing, so is it really piracy if they don't own anything? They didn't steal anything because they didn't have anything. best it was a failed mugging. Ooh. Okay. I'm fine with this. Yep. 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 Alright, you. Let's see what we got. They're in range. Okay. Slowly. Here, hit it once so we can just kind of keep doing this. Instability. Okay. Raising laser to 65%. Oh wow, that is really not like raising up. Okay. Aww. Yeah, this thing actually has some pretty heavy, resisting my laser to it. Is that good? Cut it down a little, cut it down more. Back up, back up. 60. Where's the stable range at? I want a stability. 57? Still dropping. Hi, Lynx. There we go. Okay, what do we got? We got a little bit here. Not too far away. All right. See how much gold we can get here. Through 3 SEU, maybe? Maybe 5. This might be good. I might take this and find a refinery. That's out of range. That's fine. Okay, we might get, yeah, about 5 if I had to guess. There we go. And filled. Alright. Now on to a refinery. Let's see. Oh, well, here's one of those. Data, refueling, yourself and chop, and well, doo. Mining base, privately owned mining base. No unauthorized access, comma. Unauthorized access. Where can I go to get this refined? I don't actually know. Let's see. Food court. Commodities, weapon items, buy rent vehicles, hospital docking. Blah 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 blah. No refinery. You know, for somewhere that declares itself an industry, I'm noticing a severe lack of a certain level of, refining? Shipping hub. Bombs array. I find somewhere nearby with a refinery, for fuck's sake. Yellow? On yellow. Ah! Apparently yellow is fake. There is no such planet as yellow. Rimhex, that's not a place we're going with a load of various materials. I just type in refinery. Okay. That's refueling, so no. Ah, God, if only I had the ability to actually find somewhere. I have this vague feeling that nowhere near here has a refinery. But you. Dream Station. Oh, that's you. Well, I guess we're going there. Because they have a refinery. Then from here, I guess, we'll see what I do with it. Like a couple of SEU of gold, I think, will at least pay for itself fairly quickly. All right. But, I might need to find somewhere that has refineries closer to the asteroids. How all did we get here? Do I have, by any chance, cargo manifest on my docket? Maybe not. Oh, yeah, I should mention, with my Cutlass Black, I switched out some of the weapons a little bit. It now has mostly lasers on it, and I swapped the position of the actual ballistics to the turret. Because if I'm on a turret, it usually means I've landed somewhere and I'm just picking people off. Like, on the ground. So we'll land here and see what I can do. Mining isn't that bad of a thing. Okay. I'll get to the hangar and we'll see about what we're doing. But yeah, I'm hoping to just have like a nice, calm stream where I get a little bit of money making and toying around done. And just kind of have like a nice, calm time. The fun of it. That's my guns. Brake, slow it down, and in we go. Alright. I have no idea what I actually do with this. Apparently this has VTOL. Oh, and Silent Hill F, give me a couple of days to fully recover from the month of anxiety that always happens around this time of year. Now that everything's done, I should be nice and good. I won't have too much of a problem. I think I have no idea where any of that is actually stored. I think I just leave the ship here and go to the refinery deck. I think. I genuinely don't know. Mining is not that well explained in this game. Lobby. Also need to grab something to drink here. But yeah, now that everything should be calmed down, I can return to just working on things. Usually whenever I get hyper anxious, my ability to get anything done drops dramatically. I've never been on this station. There's a lot of stations that I haven't been on. Most of them look generally the same. Refinery. I do wish I had a ability to just land a cargo ship somewhere, have them put all the cargo on it themselves, and then take off and go somewhere else. Alright. What do I do here? I genuinely don't know. I hope I haven't fucked up horrifically and I'm not supposed to, like, go here. But, you know, it strikes me as correct that I'd need to go here somehow, some way. I just don't know what I'm doing. Service that way. Okay. Storage access? Oh. Service. Mining support center? I talk someone here? Yeah, no? Interesting. This is a store. I don't know if this is where I need to be. Those are neat. Finery shop. What is this? Oh. Neat. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, equipment rentals. Guild office. I genuinely don't know what I'm doing. My ship's fine. Has all the stuff on it. Do I not go down here and talk to somebody? Is that not what I do? There's something I'm missing? Docking collars. External fluid. Finding gadgets. Or max saver. I don't know what any of that is. Modules. External fuel tanks. Docking collars. Uh-huh. Okay. Equipment rentals? Oh. Prospector, Cutlass Black. To rent one for a day is almost half the ship's entire price? Are you kidding? Ah, oh, never mind. That's the amount I have, not the amount that it takes. Okay. Never mind. That's actually, yeah, that's not that bad. You can rent one for a day, do like 3 or 4 hours of hauling and be able to just buy one outright. Huh. Refinement processing. Here we go. Ore cells. Okay. Ore cells. Select location. This. Huh. Sell to refinery. 44,000. I mean, you can buy the inert material if you really fucking want it. It's useless to me, but whatever. How about this? Okay. Okay, so we do go down here. The refinement center, yes. Select material location. Nani desu ka? Yeah. Warui desu ka? Can I not? As extreme workload, a large surcharge will be added. Oh. I don't think I can do this. Appears to not be working. Yeah, I don't think I'm allowed to refine this for some reason. Little cargo space. 44K for that mining trip. That's not awful. Current capacity 38,000%. Oh. Hey guys, it appears that refining here may be fucking down. I mean, I'm not really that bothered selling all of this. This was not really all that much work, and if I was out for money, there's a lot quicker ways I can do so. So I'm fine selling off the materials if I can't store it somewhere. If I could store it, like, in my supply, like, hangar here, I probably would just do that instead. Just cause that would probably be better for me. As things go, though, I'm fine with how it is. Like I said, if I wanted money, I'd just be running the cargo back and forth. I'm doing this more just to do it. The only downside is that I think I don't get to really do too much with the actual refinement because it appears to be broken. I could head to somewhere else and do some refining. Like, just go back out and, like, run around and find somewhere else to be. I could just rent a vehicle, I guess, if I wanted to try salvaging. But I'd rather buy a salvaging vehicle. What is this? Mining. Stampede module. Torpid mod. Oxypens. Metapens. I don't really know what that is. I like how they sell jackets down here, though. Jackets with LEDs on them. I've always been more of a fan of orange LED like displays than blue. Mostly because I find orange a more appealing light color that doesn't like stab at the eyes as much. What is this? Personal flares. Oh, I see. Various backpacks, yeah. These are neat. I like those. Oh, they have a little display of ores here. Neat. Not going to lie, I kind of want it. It's useless. I don't need a toolkit. But I like toolkits. What's hilarious is this is a toolkit that, this is a lot smaller than my actual real tool set that I have. I actually have a tool set real life, and it's like a full, proper, almost everything tool set that I've been using for years. I want the shovel and the sledgehammer too, and rock grinder, power tools, Mind you, I wouldn't be using them for intended purposes, but I'd like to get a hold of them. But yeah, I think we can just run around and do some mining. Why not? Somebody shows up and blows me up, it's legitimately not $1 off my back to replace everything. But yeah, we may want to look for a different refinery station. This one is fucked. Like, it is legitimately just not working levels of fucked. I love machinery. The soft hum of industry makes me happy. I can hear the happiness of the machines at work. Could use a little bit of greenery, though. The melding of nature and industry is such a fun thing to commit. That reminds me, I need to start playing more Satisfactory again at some point. That factory never got done. Alright, this is going... No, these are the wrong ones. This is the hab block. Never mind. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to where I was walking. Alright. Burrito bar! Can I buy a sombrero? I want to buy a poncho and a sombrero, just because. You have. Don't cower before me. I'm looking for burrito. Not that I'm really hungry, per se. You have chili birria, bok golbi chicken burrito, chili, moussaka. The fuck is a moussaka? Me this. By the way, where are you? You. Yeah, you. Guy cowering from me. You wanna drive up sales for your burrito stand? Paint Goku on the wall and put a sombrero and a mustache on him. You'll get like 10 times as many sales, trust me. I have no idea what was in that burrito, but I'm eating it anyways. This is what... That's why I want the pizza place on Seraphim to actually sell pizzas. Why the fuck does the Seraphim place not sell pizza? Like, actually, why? Is my hanger still there? Yes. Could be. Like, why the hell do we still not have pizza in game yet? Give me the triple pizza, Mr. Star Citizen. Alright, back out. Once we run out of fuel on this thing, I'm gonna ram it directly into an asteroid to get my fuel back without having to pay for it. Now that I know how this works, though, I'm much more confident with it. I just wish we had somewhere that actually, you know, was refining. I do wish that there was more reputation in the game for the like independent, just like for the independent contractors, like the various stations, all that. Mostly just because I like reputations and the idea that I might get some mild benefit from stationing out of a place. Like, I am happy to have, like, this, as you can see, includes payment increases. In fact, if we do a little bit more work for Microtech, we'll actually be able to get start getting a bonus to pay. But yeah, take these guys. They don't really give you anything for the higher levels by the looks of it. These guys do. The headhunters really don't. I can't believe I'm still neutral with the headhunters as many times as I've supported them. These guys actually don't provide any extra pay. I know some of these give you access to more jobs that pay more, though. Also, I don't really recall working with you guys, but maybe that was running bounties with, like, Moon and the rest of them. Security trainee, nothing. How are you guys? Security trainee, tracker trainee. But yeah, if I could get, like, some better, jobs with Crusader, like, I don't know, give me jobs the hull for Crusader. Give me, like, the ability to, like, sell them specifically my materials and whatnot. Povalex Jr. Sins for Prosperity, Civilian Defense Force, First Responder Trainee, Applicant, Server Error. Oh well. The Bounty Hunters Guild I'm barely well in with. Turns out, one of your, you're a criminal willing to do a lot of criminal things for legal people. Turns out, a lot of your criminal activity isn't criminal. Heard that. Waiting for the server error to pass. This happens. Just kind of have to wait it out. Doing what? Yeah, we just have to wait through this. Okay. Is the server error gone yet? No. Okay. Please? Please. Free me! Streaming, so I can't even look at them, like, in world chat and see them crying. Oh, how I can still at least click on these. I genuinely don't know who these people are. But hey, apparently I worked with them. I do kind of want to at least get some of these up to, like, a nice level. The ones who pay more, especially. It is endlessly amusing to me that I've gotten so far with these guys purely out of, like, boredom. God. I had a pretty big meal today. I'm probably not going to be hungry again for a little while. But I'm also just like, what else do I want to eat today? Probably going to be like 1 or 2 cookies and several glasses of water. I'm trying to get to where I avoid most snacking unless I am outright hungry and have already eaten a pretty big meal. Basically, I'm trying to get myself to cook more. Mostly for the reason of money. We good now? We're good now. Okay. Nice. Server error eliminated. Hey. Multiple ships around here. Fan of that one. Do you have any? Kind of just clicking around to seeing if there's really anywhere with actual refineries that are easy to get to. Looks like one over at Stanton has a refinery. Stanton, Hurston, fucking hell me. Yeah, there's a refinery on that one. There's a refinery on that one. That'll take up a lot of fuel, but all well. Yeah, we'll head over to Hurston to do some stuff. Like I said, I'm not particularly fussed about the idea of being shot down. I'm gonna try to avoid it, but realistically, money is no issue. I lose nothing. Well, technically, I lose what I could have gained, but, you know. Never count the amount you have before it's sold. Money not in your bank is money you don't have yet. Is there anything interesting to talk about? Oh, yeah. Congratulations to Seki and Twitchy. I'm happy that my friends are happy. And, total unicorn death. Total unicorn death. Don't fall in love with content creators who don't even know you exist. And even if they do exist, you're a viewer. You have zero chance. Do not fall in love with content creators like that. Go make a friend. Go make a bunch of friends. Go out into the internet, into the real world. Wherever it is, make friends. Don't go into things looking to, like, you know, find relationships. Make friends and just see where things go. Oh yeah, and most of the VTubers you watch are probably in relationships. Even if they don't tell you. GFE, BFE, all that shit needs to go away. It is literally psychological abuse, basically. I fucking hate it. think a lot of people need to sit down and ask themselves, what are they actually after? In your mind? Yeah, Lynx? You're mine. But you don't count for what I'm talking about, goofball. So yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, people need to stop doing certain things. And a lot of people need to ask themselves, what are they actually after? Like, I think a lot of people aren't looking for love whenever they become a unicorn. They're looking for a pseudo-religious icon or a slave. And, the people who are looking for a slave are, well, in severe need of psychological help more than anything. Those looking for a religious icon, flesh will always fail you. Reality contains no perfection, and you'll always be disappointed. IB Astro. Alright, let's see what we have here. Scan. Oh. Not close enough for you? Scan, go. Let's see what we got. Not that it really matters as long as it's something vaguely useful. Barrel aluminum and inert materials. Just fly around and look for something slightly more useful. I'll take a bunch of basic metals as long as it's not like 25% inert material. Which is... how best to put it? Garbage material used for, like, packing dirt, almost. Not worth getting. Like, a lot of people wouldn't even get, like, iron or stuff like that because it's so abundant, but, you know. Alright, what do we have here? P-type asteroid. Activate scan. I can. Apparently I can't. There we go. Scanning. Attempting to scan. Don't worry, Lynx. One day I'll turn you into a VTuber. That is mostly inert material. Oh. But yeah, I would imagine inert material is stuff like dirt, like compacted sand, shit like that. Useless rock, more apt, I would think. Realistically, we'd want to find things like gold. I don't know how useful aluminum is price-wise. I don't think I've ever looked up material worth in this game. Then I shall be a menace. You are already a menace. $100. Alright, here we go. Checking. You type. This one actually looks like it's got, like, visible mineral deposits on it. And? Maybe if I get within 100. Scan. Yes, you are, Lynx. Yes, you are. Scan it, damn you. What we got? Oh, this looks like it's really rich in material. It didn't scan. Please. Please. Quartz? And something I can't read. Borace? Or? Whatever. Tap, 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 tap. Yep. Fracturing. Okay. Come on. What we got here? Come on. Raw quartz. Not sure what quartz is particularly used for. It's going to... Okay, interesting. It's actually lowering at 86%. Wow. Or was lowering at, like, a little bit below it. That might be... Like, we need to, like, lower it to... Come on. This thing is refusing the crack. Okay, here we go. Up. At 100%, it's certainly jumping. Dropping it to 90. Up. Shaking the ship. Jesus. 90 looks like a good place to keep it at. This should get it broken. Hey, balls. Just fussing around with mining, relaxing after, the various everything over the last, like, month. Okay. How goes you? And... cracked. Alright. I need to crack this first. Really? Yeah, this needs to be cracked further. Okay. You're in range. Let's hit you. Yeah? Yeah, it still says crack. Okay. Woo! Yeah, okay, thank you, UI, for not loading properly. I'm very happy you did that. Yeah. Oh, that's hyper annoying that it's doing that. Come on, lower it back down. Crack it. Ow. Okay, note to self, it literally needs to be very carefully done. Because it's not showing me the amounts here. There we go. Still far too high. Come on. Ah. Note to self, it is not working quite right. Should realize very quickly, though, the nature of this. Okay, apparently that one's fine. Can't hit that one. You know what? Quickly, let's just start mining these ones that we can. Quartz raw. We're probably going to get a full load off of this. Potentially, if I didn't blow up too much of it. Either way. Oh god, so much has not been working in terms of like this. Composition 100% inert material. Yeah, never mind, we're not mining that one. How about you? Composition. Unknown to me. What are you? Ah. Mostly that. Okay. Sure hope I didn't blow up most of it. Out of range. Ah, there it appeared. That is 100% of the ore. Okay. Well, now it's appearing again properly. I know I should be doing more scary games for the season, but oh god, I just really don't feel like doing too much, mostly. Not going to lie. I've kind of hit that kind of tired state where I'm just like, I kind of just want to sit back and relax. I haven't really been playing a lot off stream that wasn't like this or RuneScape, believe it or not. I don't view RuneScape as a very good stream game. Mostly because it's the kind of game that I'm playing while working on other stuff or watching YouTube videos. Wreck. Probably back off of that a little bit. There we go. Ah, this piece is a bit tougher than I thought. Yapping game? If I have something to yap about, yeah. If I was doing something particularly specific that I had a lot to say about, maybe. But yeah, it's just not the kind of thing that I really have much to say about. It's the same reason that a lot of the Never Leave Home challenge for Ellen has been offline grind kind of stuff. Because it's just a lot of me sitting there doing the same thing over and over again quietly because I have nothing else to say about it. Is there a way for me to just dump the inert material out of my machine? Yeah, we filled up completely on that. Okay. Alright, let's head to a refinery station and see if we can find one that works over here. There's been multiple, multiple. One refinery station that I've gone to so far, and it's been broken. Still could sell materials there, but eh. I'd like to at least see the refinery system at work. But yeah, there's just stuff that I have mentally labeled as off-stream games because of how little I actually have to say during all of it. Like, does anybody really want to watch me cut trees for 3 hours in a game where I really don't have anything to say about it? Like, sure, if I have stuff to yap about for 3 hours, maybe. But that'd be the kind of thing that I'd probably need a conversation person to do. Like, that would be more of a Zatsu kind of thing, where it just means somebody else yapping about stuff. It really doesn't help that I tend to not have a lot in mind to talk about, because as of late, I've been ignoring most of the internet because I'm sick of their bullshit. And, not going to lie, I've been kind of bored and stressed out lately. Because I'm also finding it hard to find shit to watch, too. Thanks, YouTube. Your algorithm fucking sucks and keeps suggesting the same 3 videos to me from channels that I've actively told you to never recommend. Has been a lot, yeah. Another reason is I've been enjoying Silent Hill F a lot is it's like, oh, a story that actually requires some thought and thinking. And if I dare to look anything about that game up, it is constant whining and bitching from people who have never played the game. At least whenever it's somebody stupid making a dumbass video essay on it, they at least seem to have actually booted up the game and played it a little, instead of the Twitter people actively calling it everything that it is literally not. I can talk about that a little bit, though. How is this a Silent Hill game, people keep asking. What makes a Silent Hill game? It taking place in Silent Hill? You know how many games don't take place in Silent Hill? For the majority of them? Well, they have connections to Silent Hill. Yeah. Tangentially. So this is one of those things that I'm actually going to kind of bitch about with people. Because here's the funny thing. Silent Hill F is almost a remake of Silent Hill 1. You know, that game that people never played. And if you really want to know how I can say that, let's go over what's happening in Silent Hill 1. In all reality, the events happening in the game. So, there is a small town separated from a lot of other people with a strange and somewhat shrouded history, in which a cult that worships something that looks vaguely like something else known in the region and is like part of the major religious culture has a hard hold over the town. A red-based drug is also causing issues because it's causing a lot of hallucinogens and a lot of stuff like that. There is also an ancient power that has created a otherworld that has covered the town in fog and is forcing people to see a area that is psychologically based off a girl who has split herself in two. Do you see how there's actually a lot of similarities there? Like, unironically. you could almost call Silent Hill F just like a spiritual remake of Silent Hill 1. Because there's a lot of very, like, similar stuff going on there that I have just been noting as I was playing it and going, ah, that's fascinating. And if you want to go further from there, Silent Hill 3 follows the reincarnation of the girl from Silent Hill 1. And part of Silent Hill 3's entire storyline has to do with Heather, the protagonist girl of 3, dealing with incarnations that somewhat hint at her own femininity. And a major point of the entire Silent Hill 3 story is that there is a supernatural entity actively trying to get Heather to have a child. Like, unironically, it is just funny to me how many, like, plot points are kinda lifted from other Silent Hill games. Hell, the whole, like, Silent Hill reflecting people's, like, dark thoughts and pasts back at them, that's mostly just Silent Hill 2, and not any of the other 3 Japanese-made games. So it's just like, huh. Also, like, it's basically a spin-off game, too, mind you. But yeah, it's just like, this could easily fit into the, like, entire mythos of the place. Because there is no indication in Silent Hill what the actual underlying power that has always been in the town is. And you could be like, oh, but like Silent Hill is the other world, like Rust and everything. Do you know why Silent Hill's other world is rusty and metallic and industrial? Because the girl who the original game is a lot of the psychological reflection of had a lot of trauma from the school boiler room, which was full of machinery and clanking and like iron and stuff. That's why that's like that. If it is a similar kind of power, just like natural, supernatural thing that exists within the universe of Silent Hill, why would Silent Hill F have an industrial setting whenever that's kind of not what would be seen there? And instead, it seems to be based off Hinako's own, like, underlying issues, which is probably going to be a lot of flesh and flower imagery. Is Silent Hill F not being considered a good game right now? There's a lot of people who say it's bad. And they harp on the combat, which, fair. I myself have issues with the combat. I'm nowhere near as extreme as most people, and I don't really think that level of, like, combat really needs to be in a horror game, per se. But yeah, there are people who say that Silent Hill F is bad, and I'm just like, what is wrong with you? Like, okay, yeah, as said, I admit, the combat, I don't really like being there, but I don't have a problem with it per se. It's in a weird spot where it's like, whatever though. Like, Silent Hill has never had good combat, let's be honest. Like, if you're gonna bitch about Silent Hill F's combat, yeah. Silent Hill tradition at this point is not having good combat. But Silent Hill 2's combat makes you feel underpowered, and yeah, it might be, you know, story-wise properly, like, kind of making you feel powerless, but James was carrying around shit like a shotgun, a handgun, a rifle, and just absolutely tearing ass through the town. It just feels less powerful. But remember, you still, like, slaughter dozens of monsters fairly easily with a fucking shotgun. Sorry if I'm not chatting or responding much. I'm at work right now. Just got my break. Fair enough. But yeah, it's just one of those situations where it's like, yeah, it's a good game. I genuinely like the story. Sure, we still have to finish the final ending and properly work out some of the stuff going on. But there's one thing I can tell you for certain. It is definitely not feminist. One of the major, like, plot points is Hinako being so, like, stupid about herself that she's literally split herself in half because she knows she's an idiot and denying herself happiness just because she's, like, scared. There is multiple interactions where she basically full-on admits that she actively knows what she's doing is mostly out of fear, and she's lying to herself about things that is making things worse. And then she goes back to lying to herself. Can we refine here? I have a feeling we're not going to be able to refine anywhere. How much were we getting here? 23k? I want to check here. Okay, the quartz wasn't really worth much. The inert is garbage. We need to not be picking up inert at all. Quartz isn't worth a lot. This isn't really... Well, which was worth more? Looking at it. 7 quartz is about, what? 6,000? 17 for that is 16. Value. Okay. Inert is 57 per quartz. Yeah, I didn't notice here. Borays? Borays is actually worth a decent amount, so that's one of the materials we should pick up. Yeah, though, I'm pretty sure most of this is just broken for refining. But yeah, if you, like, take a step back, is it a Silent Hill game? Yeah. As much as Silent Hill 2 is a Silent Hill game. Because remember, I don't look at the Western games as being anything other than fan fictions. So that leaves Silent Hill 2 the odd one out of the original 4 games. Which makes it, like, I'm pretty sure back in the day, people were like, at least in places, actively talking about how Silent Hill 2 didn't have anything to do with Silent Hill 1 on the surface of it. Which, by the way, if you want to know why Silent Hill 3 is a sequel to 1, yeah. People complained that Silent Hill 2 had nothing to do with Silent Hill 1 outside of a location. So we're literally just kind of having a repeat of that again. Where people are like, Silent Hill F doesn't have anything to do with Silent Hill. Yeah, people said that about 2. I know people said that about 2. So, you know, chalk it up once again to people being stupid and having knee-jerk reactions to shit.
Hey there.
I want to rip this off the wall. Is it a little bit ridiculous, though, that, like, you end up having a sword fight with a god? Kinda. Are specifically pointing to the 60s Japanese feminist movement, but older feminist movements, especially non-Western ones, were and are way different to modern stuff. Yeah. Like, I don't have a problem with Hinako feeling the way she does in the game, especially because while it is pointing out the problems that existed, Hinako's not exactly in the right either. One of the endings directly points to her and how she was actively not doing good things either. Like, you can pretty much take a lot of the scenes as actually what has happened. Like, screaming at her mother and telling her mother that she hates her whenever her mother was actively trying to help her feel better about herself. Because Hinako's insecurities go beyond what is directly stated, obviously. Like, Hinako is not a don't need no man, finger shaking, like, feminist with the thick glasses HR person. Hinako directly basically puts herself through a lot of turmoil because she's having a really fucking difficult time accepting the fact that she likes somebody. And also, you know, even with, like, the whole 1960s, like, feminist thing, I'm pretty sure, as is true of every era, most men didn't throw fucking knives at their daughters. And, you know, was in a town that was very clearly being affected by a very evil entity. Oh, and everybody being high on drugs. Hallucinogenic drugs. Like, I'm pretty sure you can point to, like, oh, this wasn't a good thing in the 1960s Japan. Yeah. But I also don't think most men were beating their wives and daughters with evil spirits actively trying to, like, destroy the town or and shit like that. It's like pointing at the abuse that Alessa in Silent Hill had. I think it was Alessa. I can't remember the name. There were multiple names. Well, the drug things in the 60s. Japan did not have a hippie movement. I am pretty sure Japan did not have a hippie movement. Meth, maybe. But yeah, it's like saying, oh, like the 1980s were bad for young schoolgirls. A little bit, maybe, I guess. In the way that everybody was having it bad back then. But yeah, I don't think Hinako's problems was the commonality, basically. Much like Alessa's problems were not the common issues most young elementary girls in the 80s and 90s were having. That's basically what I'm saying. And if I'm gonna be honest, you could probably find various modern day issues to point at with how bad things are for certain things too, and make a horror game around it. But yeah, it being period accurate for certain things isn't a problem. Especially because it's not actively saying that this was most locations and how they were like, unlike some material. Man. One day we're going to see horror games that directly reference the societal ills of today in a retrospective manner. That's going to be interesting to see. Especially because of the, let's just say, ills that we're told exist and what actually exists. But yeah, every generation has its societal problems, unfortunately. New type. Let's see what we got here. Does this thing have a fucking missile? Actually. Yes, it does. Why does this have missiles? Okay. I mean, self-defense, yes, but... funny all the same. Can I have a minigun on a truck, please? For self-defense reasons? But yeah, you can base something off. For you. Unknown. Okay. You can base things off issues a society had in a day and still write a story and not claim that it was the commonality of that era. Like, I've had some pretty shitty things happen in my life that are somewhat related to the modern era, and I'm not going to write a horror story ever referencing that and claim that it's what all people were going through either. I think that's a major thing a lot of people need to learn, is that just because something references an issue of the era and makes some stuff based off of that does not mean that it's actively saying that's everything. Of course, a lot of people need to learn a lot of things. Lanerite, 32%. Raw quartz, 62%. Yeah. What do we have here? I'm curious. What are you? You are moving. No, you are not. What are you? This is a pirate. He's about to get a very rude wake-up call. I don't think that is... That might be a dead ship. That might be someone's abandoned ship. It is not moving. If it's a pirate, I don't care. If it was a pirate, they'd be probably cloaked and, like, trying to scope me out. DK3's Asia DLC. I still know very little about that game. I think I played a little bit of 2 my time. Otherwise, yeah. I've seen memes about it, though. Weirdly, despite not being really too much of a space game kind of person, the most common, like, 3x kind of game, or 4x kind of game was Stellaris with me, which still is. But it is hard to, like, beat Stellaris's, customization, which makes me like Stellaris a lot. New mechanics where you create your own religion. That's funny. I'm kind of hoping Stellaris gets a DLC like that. Like, I actively do think that Stellaris could do a lot with a religion DLC, where you actually get to set up what religions are. I know it has the Shroud and all of that going on, but at the same time, I'm like, yeah, that's all well and good, but that's not quite what I want. Like, right now, all religion in Stellaris is just kind of vague. What the fuck was that rock I just passed? What? I don't think I went, like, 3k past it. What the fuck? There was a CK3, but in space. Mods, I guess, might do that, honestly. Like, what would you actually need to do that? New map, asset swaps, some sort of, like, vague altering of mechanics? Oh, there it is. Yeah, you probably could make a mod to do that. I say you in the royal sense, as just people in generally probably could. We got titanium and gold. Ew. Let's get in close and start breaking this apart. To optimal range, fire. Ah! Okay. Jump to 60. No growth yet. Jumping to 76%. Nothing. 92, 93%. Laser to 100%. Really? Back up slightly, get back into the correct range. Stop moving, damn you. Can I not bust this? Damn, I might not be able to bust this asteroid. Ah! That's wild. Impossible. Okay. Ha! I cannot bust that asteroid. That's... Guess I need better mining equipment. Titanium is a pretty solid material, so that doesn't really shock me. I ought to just be busting stuff that I can actually manage and take what I can get. Realistically, anything that's like more than 1,000 probably just good and I shouldn't care too much. I like the lasers you can see at the side, like, looking like artist digital pins there. Is this the one I've already scanned? If it is, I might just rip it apart and take the one material and leave behind the quartz. Okay, what do we got? Montanium? Gold. Is this also impossible? This is also impossible. Ah. Damn you. Like my character not to die of thirst out here? My thirst has been going down relatively quickly. There it is. E-type. I don't know what the types mean. At all. Surprised I haven't rammed into an asteroid and blown up yet. They get within 100-ish meters. There we go. Start scan. I said start scan. Scan. Surf. Okay. But yeah, I like Stellaris just because you can do so much with it. Like, sure, all the DLCs are fucking insane for how much you have to pay. And there's very little way to get them in a bundle for a reasonable price. That's stupid. Everything else, though. The fact you can be everything from the Imperium of Man to basically the Star Wars Rebels. Yeah. To the Terminators, to literally Tyranids, basically. To happy trees that want to make friends. I literally made once a empire called the Tree of Friendship, in which was, we're going to be friends, and if you say no, I'm going to start killing you. Okay. This one right here, please. Can I scan this? Scanned. Okay. Okay, that's not working. Cool. Good world building game. Yeah. But yeah, Tree of Friendship was a fun empire to play. It was a, like, living forest hive mind that basically was like, oh, you're going to be my friend, and if you say no, you're going to die and be assimilated into the trees. Because I could do that. Never mind that I became the Galactic Emperor as a tree, either. I made sure everybody got nice equal treatment, and if they refused nice equal treatment, they got destroyed. Oh, we got a trio of them here. Interesting. Oh, what do I do? These work. What we got? Betting these are all going to be the same kind. So we might be able to be a little bit choosy here. Go! Duh. Impossible. Is this entire area busted? Why is everything marked as impossible? Am I getting unlucky? What the fuck? You didn't scan. You stupid fuck. Come on. Scan it. Starting to get slightly annoyed with how little we're getting done in here. That might be why all those people left their ships about, actually. This place may be broken. Silent Hill F, by the way. I do plan to return and get that final ending sometime in the weekend. Maybe Sunday, maybe Monday, if you really want to count Monday as weekend. I'm gonna check one more rock here, and if it has the exact same issue, I'm just going to, like, jump to a different field. Either this place does not have anything we actually can mine, or it's bugged out. Either way, it doesn't matter. Another M-type. I'd take iron at this point. Also, I really wish the scan had a better fucking thing. Because I never know if it's activating or not, and it often doesn't feel like it is. Okay, try that again. Scan. Okay. Will space mining ever be a real thing? If humanity lasts long enough to be able to get up into space easier, yes. Technically, we kind of have the technology right now. It's mostly just prohibitively expensive. Realistically, the main problem is that humanity needs to get a functional space port up and running. Once we have that, realistically, everything else will be fine. The main problem is Earth's atmosphere is really annoying to get out of. Either the construction of a space elevator or a better way to deliver supplies to space is all we really need to be able to start, at the very least, space junk mining. Like, I don't think of us having too much garbage in our orbit isn't what they think it is. Because that layer of garbage, as long as we're able to build a area that is able to start gathering up those space wrecks, would actually be a very good source of materials to work off of from there. It's just a matter of how expensive it is. Impossible. Also, apparently my internet just, like, had a wobble there. Waiting for it to jump back up. I'm not sure how long that took us down for, but it was just a little hiccup for now. But yeah, it's not really impossible. Mining asteroids that are flying through space is difficult, but we have landed stuff on them at this point. The asteroid belt's main problem, though, is getting there. Like, here's what I kind of feel like is the most likely thing to happen right now. A, we would need to invent a proper way to get up outside of the atmosphere. Build a platform in Earth orbit, then to the moon, and from there, with the moon's low gravity, we would probably first gather up all the destroyed wrecks that are in Earth's orbit, and from there, probably Mars. And then past that would be the asteroid belt. And from there, we would have the infrastructure and the resources to begin doing a lot more, because then a lot of stuff would be accessible for what is relatively less cost than, like, going from Earth atmosphere to space. Human miners, probably. At least some sort of drone operator. Do not underestimate where drone technology is. Operated at least by a person through drone mining? Yeah. Remember, we have people who already operate what amounts to exploration drones on other planets. The main problem is just connectivity. Another thing that humanity would have to overcome is the time issue and the connectivity issue. And I'm not sure how real the actual time distortion through gravity is, because it's all theories outside of some testing, and it's not as conclusive as people think it is. If scientists are right about the time dilation issue due to gravity, though, we would have a lot more problems on our hands, basically, to try to solve. I really haven't looked too far into it. I just know that a lot of the concerns is theoretical, because how do you really test half of that? We know there is some oddity with time whenever it comes to that, though. So, yeah. And the connectivity issue. Remember, our signals are technically physical if you really want to get down to it. Like, the internet and its transmission across the waves of air, or whatever you want to call it, is technically a physical thing, and it has a travel time. I think humanity needs to find a way to do some very different things, too. Of course, what little looking into the fringe physics and other stuff has produced a lot of, I have no idea if you people are just bullshitting because you have no idea either. Fucking scan it, damn you. Like, I am no scientist or anything, obviously. I hold no degrees. Can I mine this? Okay, this is in fact mineable, and it has gold in it. Okay. I am all too happy to get gold. Gold is probably going to be one of our highest pay items, to be honest. Back up into optimal range. Here, set that to the auto. This one we just have to be kind of careful with, not to accidentally destroy the parts of this that we actually want. I'm just hoping it busts into small enough pieces that I can mine immediately, because it's been a little bit broken otherwise. But yeah, the main problem with a lot of science is that a lot of science is actually kind of bullshit. And based on things that are theories, based on small amounts of evidence that are kind of inconclusive. Nowhere near as bad as the psychological field is, mind you, but yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, gotta be just like, about it, you know? Especially if you read anything based on science in the fucking news. The news is by far the least accurate place to receive news on science because some Yahoo moron sees like, oh, they discovered a way to like get a rat to do something with electrical pulses in its mind or in its brain because they, you know, are doing something we already kind of knew about already, but and then they write an article, science discovers brain control chip? Exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point. How my political enemies are backing the horrible future. And it's just like, yeah, never listen to what the media says about science. If there's anyone who understands less about their field than the scientists, it's the media. And I'm partially just being mean to scientists because it's funny to me. Gotta very carefully keep this in line. We do not want to destroy any of this gold. Up, up, go back up. Maybe 62 is a good spot to keep it at. Trying to go over. There we go. Time dilation makes sense to the gravity. There's some aspects of it that it's not a question of how much of it is real per se, as so much as how bad is it actually, I think is a better way to state some stuff. What do we got here? You tell me what this is. It is not telling me what that is composed of. Not that it matters. A little bit of gold is still going to be a lot better than pretty much anything else we could get right now, I think. But yeah, it's not telling me what's in here. Like, you can prove time dilation. It's just a matter of how much. Yeah. There's also something you should remember. Whenever it comes to scaling up models, you have to go pan it. Because there's a lot of scientific models that are like, yeah, we think it would be this at this. But it turns out sometimes that's just not true. And there's a lot of reasons that can happen. That's more what I'm talking about than anything else, to be honest. So, how much of an issue it is important to ask. And is there ways to nullify the effect? Which, yeah, you can probably go, how would you nullify the effect? Don't know. Science get crazy, though. Models aren't reality, but they do have utility. Yes. And a major issue, once again, is we can measure stuff, would be in this case, in miniature, which is at scale for our day-to-day lives. But then you have to... Really? Really now? Are you fucking kidding me? 1 second. We keep dropping. Why are we dropping? Are you fucking kidding me? Looking at something really. Tried to find a way to see if there's another YouTube server I can switch to so that that doesn't happen again. Don't need to connect from Earth and drone motherships. Yeah. It's what I'm talking about more is that even a connection from Earth to the moon can be kind of laggy for what is useful. Be back up. I'm so annoyed that this is happening again. Because that's now twice my internet has just completely dropped. But yeah, what I was saying is that there is always kind of an issue where the larger the scale, the more interference there is from something we never really think about until it's seen. At least from what I've seen of stuff, you know? Oh god, I don't want to end stream because I'm having a fucking connection issue again because my internet provider can't be anything other than stupid fucking useless shits. Hi, yes. Is this the max that I can have my laser lowered to? Oh. I said fire the laser, goddammit! We might not be able to bust this without getting it a little broken. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Oh, easy it says. Yeah, easy. Ooh, that's too much. Come on, just break already. This is gonna explode a little. Nope. Ow! Any other devices connected in your network? Nope. There is no other devices connected on my network. My... What is it? Not modem, but, or which is it? Modem or router? The one that sends the signal out across the house isn't plugged in. I'm running directly from modem, or whichever it is, line to computer. So, yeah. In reality, there really shouldn't be anything on my end causing a connectivity issue. But yeah, I just kind of get the sneaking suspicion that there might be a way to overcome time dilation somehow, but that's kind of a thing for somebody who's way smarter than me to figure out. The main thing that I like think about whenever that comes to mind is we already kinda can manipulate gravity a little bit in ways that people wouldn't think normally is possible. Nope. That thing is never connected to Wi-Fi because I never use it for anything other than calls. that has like a 10 gigabyte internet thing already as part of its plan that I barely ever use even like 500 megabytes of through quantum communication. Possibly. It's just gonna be kind of weird if humanity is able to just completely bypass it. Like, yeah, sure, it exists, and if you, like... Basically, what I'm kind of talking about is that we already can kind of simulate gravity in space through the rotation of stuff. Which kind of already is gravity in a sense. I'm not quite sure, but yeah. And if we're at the point that we need to worry about that, we probably have already figured out way more than we know now. And I wouldn't put it past humanity to figure out how to literally create some sort of gravity core thing that could kind of just keep everything in at least a reasonably similar, like, time dilation, basically. It's weird, especially if you start getting into quantum. Like, from all I know of quantum mechanics, especially in physics, the more we find out, the more that it looks like everything we know is wrong. And nothing works how we think it does. So, scary. Speculation, a lot of quantum is speculation. Gravity creation or manipulation is a very hard problem. Like I said, if we're to the point that time dilation is really that much of an issue, we probably have figured out way more than we do now and can actually work on those issues. Because at the point that's a problem, we're already able to send people past the belt. Basically. Within a lifetime, technically. You know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of problems where it's like, oh yeah, somebody can go past the belt and return to Earth, technically. Where is this? There it is. But yeah, hopefully the internet stops having issues. I suspect it's just because they literally are bad at their jobs because they're a local monopoly and don't have to. Thank you, game. I know. Manipulate space by using negative mass. Yeah, shit like that. Like, hell, at the point where we're starting to question that, we may have figured out how to actually make wormholes and have something similar to the quantum drive in this game. Like, that's the kind of science where it's so much more advanced that I'm just like, yeah, we'd probably have a better idea of how things work. Nothing with negative mass exists, though. Yet. The thing I always think about with science is everything that was thought to be literally impossible turning out to not be so. Remember, for thousands of years, it was considered foolhardy to think that man could fly. And now you can get into a metal tube to take you across entire continents within a day through the skies. I don't think it's funny how humanity has found new and innovative ways to boil water, though. In more extreme fashions. That always amuses me. No smoking. I know that's steam, but that's a little bit funny. That they just have actual steam rising up through the floor like that. We recently learned quantum effects can apply in macro. Yeah. We will see what happens with space and time as we continue on through our existence. Hell, it's wild that humanity has made ways to speak without words. Without actually opening their mouth, you know? Realistically, I think humanity is probably one or two good new discoveries from figuring out some wild shit, as long as, you know, we don't blow ourselves up. But hey, humanity defined. It's going to do some wild shit if it doesn't destroy itself, and humanity, despite everything that people have, like, worried about, has somehow managed to not destroy itself repeatedly. So, you know, I'm not going to be, like, black-pilled or white-pilled on anything, but hey, we've found a way so far, despite our stupidity. I'm not too worried about mankind. Anyways, let's make a bad decision. I'm sure that's not going to cause a problem. Our refiners just broke. Refineries just seem to be broken. This is the, like, third place I've gone to that's been broken. So yeah, I think refineries are broken. Really didn't get that much gold, but I see gold and quartz are actually worth a little bit more here. Interesting. There we go. No reason to hold on to materials if I can't refine it. Okay, let's see. Why are you showing my Mustang? What? Where is that? Okay, I understand they're all at the other station, but why are you listing them here? That's a little bit odd. Hey, yo, where can I get this man's fit? I want that fucking cool ass, like, hyper apron. That thing looks cool. Not because it's shiny. Okay, because it's shiny. But I want it. Oh yeah. Later today, what I need to do is I need to sit down and reinstall all my VSTI and do stuff from there. VSTI is virtual instruments I use for music creation. Whenever I installed LTSC, I basically didn't have a really good way to back those up, but I can just re-download them again. I have my music software installed again. Just doesn't have all of that automatically in there. And realistically, I haven't been working on a lot of music right now because every time I sit down and try, I've just not really had a lot of feel for it. Yeah, that's probably the best way to put it. I just haven't felt it. RimWorld mod list working. Nice. I say we head back to where we can be and do some cargo runs now. Feeling a little bit dull on mining, especially because I can't find a working refinery. We more or less paid for our time here in a decent amount, so it's not a problem. Actually, just... Nah, this thing doesn't have parts on it that are probably useful to me, and I'm not going to do that for anything overly often. What kind of music you make? God, that's getting into one of those realms of it's kinda hard to explain. Usually somewhere between metal and folk. Here. Can I get far enough out to activate my thing? I've made quite a bit. A lot of what I do is covers, to be honest. I don't sing, mind you. I can't sing. But I do make covers of stuff that it's just like, I like this song. I want to make a cover of it, and if I can find a music sheet for it, I'll do that. I have thought about using my own music as background stuff. I could do that, but at the same time, I'm just like, I don't have a lot that makes good background music. I've made a lot of Toho covers, though. Oh, speaking of covers, though, I've had a cover that I really could just finish once I actually re-download my all my VSTI and upload it, that I really should do. I set my... Okay. It's not letting me backspace here. Interesting. Need to jump to somewhere close. Where is there somewhere I can go and explore? That's Microtech. I really should consider certain things, though. Now that we're in nowhere, can I now? Yes, okay. Oh, it's because I was too close to the station or something? In an armistice zone, maybe? Yay! Those are not my guns, actually. What are those? My mining? I don't know. Oh well. Thinking it's just a matter of time and practice? Yes. And I don't. That's the matter. That and a lot of the times I feel kind of awkward just talking about that stuff. Like, I know I should probably be more like forward and kind of push that and maybe combine the two channels so that it actually gets me closer to certain things that mostly like that gets into my thoughts on monetization, which is a mixed feeling of I don't want it, but I want it. But yeah, I don't sing. A lot of what I do is mostly just kind of somewhere between folk and metal, like I said. I basically, when COVID started being a thing and it basically decimated my real social life outside of the internet, because let's just say certain people I knew were not very intelligent. And some of them had good reason, but later still caused a problem. And I don't talk to them anymore. I ended up having a lot more free time on my hands and went, fuck it. I might as well start trying to make music. And then I did. I guess I could play some, I guess. Not like it's copyright claimable. I hate doing this. Why? I don't know. Uh, what is a good example of music I've done? Like, I also experiment with stuff, and I like pipe organs, which is wild to say. How loud is this going to be? I might want to turn this down. Like, like I said, I experiment a lot, and it's somewhere between folk and metal, and it's all over the place which it's closer to. That's Star Citizen. Oh. It's not picking up my browser because it's not making noise. That's interesting. There is now a gnat flying around me. Get away from me. Where's a good example of something? Okay, this gnat is landing on my hand. I'm actually going to throw a fit. How did this get in? Why? How do insects have best way to enter a house, but when try get out, they always never leave? God, which one of these things is the something that won't make me cringe just looking at it again? That one I know got copyright claims, so I'm not touching that on stream. Yes, I am actively stalling because, once again, I am somehow embarrassed of something that I put out on the internet for viewing whenever I'm actively doing that still right now in a different way, but because it's separated, it makes me feel awkward. This is a psychological issue. Diagnosable. Uh, I'm actively trying to put my best foot forward. Why I'm being very choosy. And whenever I say folk, I mean folk that's all over the place. I don't know what you would call a lot of pipe organ stuff either. Pipe organs and bells go together really well. You know what? Because it especially won't get claimed because it's an original piece. God damn, I like that. Okay, make sure that's turned down enough, and yeah, I'll just play this. If it wouldn't be muted? Does Brave have a system for... Oh, I have sight muted. Oh. Yeah, now it's able to make noise again. Okay. Enough stalling here. This is more on the pipe organ bell side of stuff that I've made. Wearing my helmet, what? But yeah, that's an example of an original piece. Now, stopping it because I'm trying not to actively, like, leave my chair out of embarrassment for this shit. But yeah, that's an example of the original stuff. The original stuff is always more in that style. Whereas the covers can be especially all over the place. There's one cover I did a lot with that I think is actually probably the best one I've done. Where is that? Oh, there it is. This one didn't get copyright claim, so it's safe to play, I think. Ah, fuck! Autoplay, And here's one of the covers I've done of a Mario song of all goddamn things. Yeah. Shouldn't have done that. Oh well. It's nothing. But yeah, that's all. That was one of the covers I've done. So yeah, there. Now, to avoid thinking about it further, I'm going back to playing the game. One of the things I need to work on for music, and covers especially, is being able to tell what notes are being played on something, which is a skill I'm very bad at. Because you would imagine that after years of actively reading music sheets and like looking at scales and all of that, I'd actually know more about what things sounds like, but I might be slightly tone deaf. Or stupid. More accurately stupid, but yeah. Aha. Pretty sure that's supposed to get lower. I don't think that's going down far enough, Gabe. Try that again. Oh. Okay. Huh. Something was propping the ship up. I don't know what. What? Okay. Oh yeah, there are these missions if I get bored and want to shoot something. Where are they? Where's the hauling jobs? Here they are. It's Seraphim to August Dunlow. Probably. There is always some slight difference from the way it sounds whenever it's in my DAW to the way it's going to sound on YouTube. And I've never really figured out a proper way to balance out that. Because there's always going to be a little bit of loss in terms of audio quality from like the raw to a YouTube video, especially on the quality that I can run YouTube videos at while streaming. I've kind of upped my computers, like, not computers, my OBS bitrate a little bit. Because I realized that, like, it doesn't matter quite so much what I run the game at. If my internet's going to have issues, it won't matter if it's at a higher bit rate or a low bit rate, because if it's having issues, it's just going to go to 0 anyways. That, and I've been running it at like 5K with a better thing since I've installed the new stuff I was toying with. The new LTSC Windows 10. It's now mostly just kind of one of those issues of like finding where I can run things and it not cause issues. I'd kind of just let it be at what was the safest option. Keygen? Yes. In fact, Keygen is on like my generalized playlist of music more than once. That was opening the hangar and not turning on my thing. Uh-huh. Please. Light ready. There we go. Ah. God damn it. Power off. Power on. Up. Up. Yes. Keygen Church, very specifically, is on my playlist. Repeatedly. Like, Keygen Church outright is one of them. I love pipe organ. But yeah, the one song I need to actually finish is a cover of a Castlevania song. Mostly just haven't finished it because, oh god, the last, like, month or so has been stress. You wanna calm the fuck down, Cutlass Black? You okay there, buddy? Like, I know most things don't like having things shoved up their rear, but you don't get a choice because you're a cargo vehicle. I wonder if pipe organ flutes with pipe organ could work. Yes. The flute and pipe organ work well together. For a lot of things. There's some stuff that it probably wouldn't. Pipe organ works with a lot, actually. Oh yeah, I also got this. This was a fun little, like, other color of tractor beam multi-tool item that I found in a bunker with some other people. Pan flutes? Probably. They're not as different as you might think. Also, look how much better these are! my god, I love the changes to the tractor beam. AKA them changing the tractor beam back to the way it was. This will speed up cargo a bit once I get fully used to the speed of it. I grab those off of there and just... yeah. But yeah, these have been made way better. Pan flutes are... they aren't too much different whenever you actually look at how an organ works. If you want to get technical about it, you could view a pipe organ as just a really obtuse set of flutes. That's a new statement for me to make, is that pipe organs are just obtuse flutes. Pan flutes are more airy, but typically of higher pitch, which could complement an organ playing at a lower register. Yeah. A lot of things work really well together if you harmonize it. Or have it playing a similar enough, like, octave. If they have the close enough, like, if they're in the same octave and kinda have a similar enough sound, you can make them, like, complement each other way easier than you might think. Just all depends on what you're doing and what feel you're going for stuff, because there is a lot of music that, like, certain instruments just doesn't work well with if you don't put in extra effort. There's a couple of digital instruments I wish I could find. Especially in, like, the Japanese traditional instruments. Especially string. Because I have access to a pretty good set of VSTi for Japanese traditional instruments. But there's a couple of instruments I really wish I could get a hold of that have very unique sounds that I just can't get with what I have without it sounding like bad. And amongst them is, I believe it's called the biwa, which is a string instrument that has a really good sound to it that I just want. There's actually a channel that did, like, some actual covers of some anime music using a biwa. It was like, I really love the sound of that. Ooh. Sorry, I need to pull up the equals old dwelling. One of the things I've wanted to do and not say where it came from, but just make it and have it there. I'd like to make some opening music for myself that has a proper feel to it that complements how my streams are, but for me to do that, I'd have to figure out what vibe my stream actually has, and to do that, I might actually have to watch one of my streams, and if there's anything in the world that I don't want to do, it's watch myself, because I hate me. Like, I find myself one of the most annoying fuckers on the planet. The only time I ever actually watch a stream back is to make sure quality was okay in certain portions that I thought about, or to actively try to make some clips and whatnot, which, if you wonder why, I basically never make those shorts that are basically just my stream but clipped out. Yeah. Those were incredibly annoying to make because I really don't like me. I really don't like listening to myself. Not to say that, you know, I'm not the best person on the planet and I'm clearly superior to everyone else, but, you know. Everybody cringes at themselves, yes. Everybody who isn't egotistical tends to, yes. Ah. I don't know, I also feel like I might be on the kind of like more chill end of streaming 90% of the time, and then sometimes I just lose my fucking mind. More than I usually am unhinged. I don't know what's in this box, but I sure hope it's nothing explosive. What are these? Quartz. Neat. Also, I feel like we have less than we normally do for a haul here. Might check to make sure to see if I can't get another job from here to there. Now and then, here and there. Old soldiers. Jazz vibes? Funny. I'm not a fan of jazz. You a fan of jazz? August Dunlow, Seraphim to there, Seraphim to all over the place, Seraphim. Ah! Here we are. Seraphim to August Dunlow. Any more? Because we have plenty of space. Pipe organs thrown in. I really need to, like, make calmer kind of music at some point to use. I don't know if I could ever do jazz. Jazz has a funky time register and is usually a lot more loosey-goosey about stuff. But yeah, I'm not a jazz person. Huh. It's all August Dunlow? Did they up this back to 6? Oh. Ah, this is interesting. Every time I think of, like, Japanese freeform jazz, I just think of Toho jazz covers for some reason. I'm going to have to tell Seki that there is now 6 missions here again. But yeah, I've never been a jazz person. I've never disliked jazz, but it's never been on my list of things. I've always been closer to, like, funk and metal. Not funk, folk. I don't listen to funk at all, actually. Is there any more from Seraphim to August Dunlow? Because if we can get more, the pay will increase quite a bit. Alright, looks like 6. I also just find it really hard to make calmer music, just in general. Okay. 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 Uh-huh. Oh, hey, good thing I came out here. Look what I forgot. I have a feeling I might have messed up. Wait. Ah! 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 Making jazz helps with improvisation, which is why a lot of songwriters sometimes make a few tracks or two. Sorry. I don't know why that just immediately started playing in my head, but sure. And there, go. Yes. Original stuff in general is something I usually have problems with. I'm not going to lie, there's probably like 100 unfinished original things I've created that I've just decided was no good. Would you stop fighting me? Get in there. Go. Go. In. There you go. City pop is pretty nice too. It has the word city in it and the word pop in it. And I hate pop music and I hate cities. So I hate whatever it is. No. No. Ha! Over under of this exploding as soon as we try to take off. It's not looking good in my brain. No, I haven't. And that sounds like the kind of song I would actively not listen to by the name alone. Let me be clear on what's on my personal listening to list. Let's see. Aegean Church, Powerwolf, Sabaton. Something I can't read, but I know it's like Viking folk. Stuff in Japanese that is also metal. As stated, I tend to not like certain things. And, not gonna lie, pop music, there is basically not a single pop song that I have ever enjoyed listening to. At all. The most calm music I listen to is probably certain kinds of synth. Ah, yes. Ah, yes, this is safety regulation. I'm just surprised you haven't heard it. I've been able to avoid a lot of things that were popular because I've literally just never cared and never gone looking and never heard anything that uses it, and I pretty much curate my feeds to not see stuff that I have no interest in. You'd be surprised how easy it is not to know stuff that was popular by just never paying attention to what's popular. Let me put it this way. There have been a lot of popular YouTubers that people have told me about, and I go, I have no idea who that is. Because I never watched them, never watched anything that was even remotely like them or anything of the sort. I could not name to you off the top of my head 5 celebrities, potentially, from the last 5 years. If I have no interest in it, and they haven't done something horrendous enough to be, like, put in my recommendations whenever I watch certain creators that I've watched for years, like, you know, Kirsha, then I'll never have heard of it. Hell, there's a lot of, like, things you'd be shocked that I know literally nothing of. Mainly popular because of nostalgia, I think, anyways. Older song. Hmm. Oh, and, it was released in 84. Yeah, and I just don't pay attention to pop of any kind, to be honest, either. Like, if I know a song that is outside of my general listening range, it's usually because it is somehow related to something else that I was actively enjoying at the time. Like, you know, what are some things? An anime that I really got into, or a video game that I really liked. Those would get me to hear certain things that I never would hear before. By the way, Capcom, I'm severely disappointed that Into Free was not in Dragon Dogma Remake. How dare you? Later. There's been 1 or 2 meme songs that I've literally only heard because Edit sent me it, which is funny in and of itself. Oh, hey. Look, Twitchy's on. Wonder what she's doing. Probably up to no good again. Hehe. Your place, 1. Estimated wait time. Forever. How very realistic that the wait time estimator is always broken and never correct. Kagome, kagome. Kagome, kagome. Hanger request complete. Yay, Hanger. God, this game has a bug in it. Ew. Cool. Cool. I might give it a listen. I generally try to at least give everything a chance. There was a cover of Mechanicus's Noosphere that I listened to the other, like, time period, however long ago it was. That was really good, though. Which all I can say is, god damn, beat dropping with a fucking pipe organ is wild. I love Mechanicus's soundtrack. A lot of it isn't like stuff I'd listen to a lot, but it does have some really neat stuff to it. Alright. Let's go deliver this cargo. Full dwelling? Okay. Alright. You know what? This is probably the better way to do this. Now, open the door. Get on the floor. Everybody do the dinosaur. Wow, that's way more powerful. Anyways. Oh, this is really funny. I'm so happy that these are more powerful now. Oh, I also got like a nice, cool, like, black one as well, but I like this kind of gray-white one more. Black is cool. This one just has like a nice, like, red color that I like. Not that my favorite color is red. Which it isn't. Funnily enough. Huh. That landed interestingly. Damn, I was hoping to knock it over. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna manage it now. God, being able to just yeet these across the way is wild. It's Friday. Trying to remember, is Friday one of the wrestling days? Because I like watching wrestling with the guys. I wonder what the fuck is going to happen with the storyline Seth Rollins is in. I think I get his name right. My problem with a lot of things is I never remembers anybody's names right. How good are you at mixing? Dog shit, to be honest. Especially now that my headphones that I have, while a really good pair of headphones, they don't have any bass to them. Which is going to be a mild problem because bass is important. I don't know, I was thinking trying to make some sort of like mostly percussion-y kind of drum thing as like a intro music for my stream. Something on the lower end of energy, but not like overly calm, because I don't want to give the impression to people that I'm an overly calm streamer, especially the moments I just go completely psycho about something. What was it that Newt said that I was like? I was like a chemistry teacher that sometimes just like completely snapped. I have no idea how you make that music. What even is a good pair of headphones? Good question. I'll be honest, I'm not the best judge of quality for a lot of things whenever it comes to that either. I just know that having, like, if the pair I have right now had bass to it, it'd probably be the best headphones I have. What are these? HyperX. I have a HyperX Cloud headset. If these had bass, I'd probably say they're one of the best headphones I'd ever had, but they don't. But these will last a long time. Breakcore. Breakcore's a little too high energy. And I'm not really able to do breakcore either. I struggle whenever it comes to stuff outside a general range that I'm comfortable with in terms of, DPS? My brain is forgetting the term. BPM. BPM? BPM, beats per minute. Jungle or, drum and bass? I was probably going to go something more like Asian percussion. Because obviously, being like heavily inspired by a lot of yokai mythology for my character. But I was also thinking of just kind of doing some other folk in there too, like a mix of Japanese, like, Asian percussion, and throw in also a level of, like, European folk, too. Unironically, I'd kind of want to make some, like, acoustic, too. Just acoustic guitar. Because while I'm heavily inspired by Japanese yokai, I'm also not going to lie, some of the background lore is also a little bit European and American folklore. Which is a hint of sorts, but yeah. Alright, let's see how well this does. Make sure all of them got turned in correctly. Oh god. Yeah, all 6 are back. We can start doing 6 at a time again. Oh, look at that money. Yes. Unironically, I kind of think there's a couple of things I could do if I could just properly make it. That's just kind of the issue, is properly making certain things. What all do I have here? Now that I'm here, I need to look at what I actually own in this area. And make sure that my plushies are still here. I swear to God, if my plushies have disappeared again, I'm gonna be mad. That's a fish tank. Okay, they are. Plushies. Also, my script is still here, but I don't think I've earned any. Also, I have very little idea where I've gotten these. I do know where I got these bags of drugs from, though, and they've always been here. But yay, my plushies are still here. This goddamn chair. Ammo is here. What do I have? Oh yeah, I have 1,000 tools. Because, you know, why wouldn't I at this point? Sometimes whenever I lose a tool, it will just miraculously reappear later like this, and that's why I have so many at this point. Amongst other things. What am I also carrying? No. You will not see me anywhere in public with anyone. And if I was, I wouldn't tell you the truth either, for that matter. So, you know. So, take the word of a liar. I wasn't there. And if I was, I wouldn't tell you. But I wasn't. So, you know. I have a dead rig shotgun? Since when? I have a missile launcher? I thought I lost you. Friend! Yay! I thought I lost my missile launcher. But here it is. Brimstone. Karna. Karna Alpine Sunset. Devastator. I don't know where I got some of these from. I'm not going to lie. Like, I know some of these are paints that I got because of Christmas, but yeah. Arclight pistol. Am I carrying a pistol? No. I never use one for that matter. I didn't know I had it. Can you stack these? No. I have a lot more guns than I thought I did. I wish I could sell some of them just to be rid of it. Oh yeah, and all the clothes I have that I still can't wear. I'm sorry. I have a fucking navy jacket? Okay, I know where I got that from. Also, I know where I got some of these clothings from, but some of it I'm just like, I don't remember ever getting these. Eraser vest. One day we're going to be allowed to wear fashion, and I'll actually be able to use some of this stuff. God, I can't wait until we can combine armor and clothing so I can wear the duster and the cow skull mask. That will be so funny. Oh my fucking god, why do I have so many? Oh, when can I start selling these for a single credit? Because I just want rid of all but one of these. Dark Red Citadel? Oh, those. Defiance Modified. Defiance Modified. I don't really have a lot of helmets and armor pieces. Mostly because I don't really necessarily wear anything different besides this helmet. And armor, I kind of just have to wear what works over everything else. Though I have collected some bizarre colors. Oh yeah, the Star Kitten race suit. Oh my fucking god, that's funny. Yeah, I need to go somewhere with a terminal on this place and just throw out all those, like, white suits. The one that you get for free and you can just respawn with. I need to get rid of those. I don't like the lab coat. I might layer the lab coat with something eventually, but yeah. I wonder if anybody started antiing Seki yet because he's with Twitchy. Which... kill all... like... can't say that, even if I don't mean it literally. Total unicorn death. There we go. Unicorns deserve to have their world shattered. Unicorn hate is perfectly reasonable. Where is August Dunlow the Seraphim? August Dunlow Seraphim. I wish I could get more of these large containers so I don't have to worry about anything. Also, it is very interesting. Does Twitchy have unicorns? Yeah. False. Female VTuber who didn't have a confirmed boyfriend. And had an audience of more than 3 people. She had at least 1 or 2 unicorns, statistically. Like, every female VTuber who has gotten over a certain size and wasn't confirmed to have a boyfriend got unicorns. Hello. So, statistically, the answer is yes. If you want to be really funny, you could probably say that Edit has unicorns, but that's different. What's good? Just some hauling missions, making a little bit of money and fucking around for a little bit. Sorry, Caps. That's fine. But yeah, just kind of streaming, relaxing, getting a good bit of day. I don't know if anybody else is going to be playing Star Citizen today. I might show up on their stream later. If they are, who knows. But yeah, I just wanted to, like, sit around, bullshit with chat, and get some, like, random stuff done. Edit harem. Disgusting statement. Although I might need to take a really quick break here in a second. But yeah. Never fall in love with content creators. It's stupid to do so. You know, meaning specifically ones that you aren't direct actual friends with. And a lot of people need to learn that they're not friends with somebody too. But hey. All I really have to say about everything is that I'm just happy for Seki and Twitchy. And, like, if somebody actually cared about them, they'd be happy for both of them, too. Very stupid, yeah. Beep beep boop beep beep. Beep boop beep. That's opened wide enough, and let's go. Hell, parasocial is an issue that has been in existence for way longer before the internet existed. Ironically enough, people used to get that way for, like, TV celebrities. Hell, look at that guy who shot John Lennon. Actually wild that that dude existed. Oh, God. I'm already thinking about snacks again. God damn it. I have these little Halloween cookies that I've been trying from the dollar store. They aren't very good. I'm not going to lie. They actually are kind of terrible. But they were $1. And they're still cookies that taste vaguely like cookies. I'm not even sure what the flavoring is supposed to be outside of chocolate. They have like a little orange filling in them. I don't know what it is. It might actually supposed to be pumpkin, but I don't know what artificial pumpkin flavor tastes like because I don't like pumpkin. How you know I'm not a white woman? I don't like pumpkin. Or spice. Or any combination of the two. Raspberry and cherry are good, though. Those are great flavors. God, I wish peppermint was a flavor I could get year-round, though. I've legitimately made coffee and put peppermint flavoring in it. Because that's just better. Like, people sleep on peppermint, man. Now I'm mentally imagining somebody sleeping on a giant peppermint. And if you want an idea for an art piece, if you're an artist, to draw like Halloween stuff with, there you go. Draw whatever character that you're thinking of in like Halloween attire sleeping on a giant peppermint. Congratulations. There's an art piece for you. Man, imagine Halloween outfit, rice shower, sleeping on a giant peppermint. That sounds like wildly adorable. Now I want to see that. We're not getting that as a pool option, by the way. Until, that sounds cute, yeah. We're not getting Halloween rice shower until nearly Christmas, by the way. I don't know why they thought now was the time to do a beach outfit event near Halloween. I'm not going to complain because it means I can save up more pulls to get her, but still. I don't know who else is getting an outfit. If I have enough pulls, I'll probably try to get both. And maybe some of the support cards if they're good. It's so over. Oh? What's so over, Pomp? I also need to try to get, like, something together that I can do with my fiance as just a thing. I haven't had her on stream in a while. I need to get her acclimated to certain things because she generally does want to also VTube. She just does not have the capacity to right now. Halloween never ends. Halloween forever! Halloween! Forever! If I had to choose a favorite holiday, I think Halloween, actually. Like, sure, you can probably criticize Halloween in the same way you can criticize any overly, like, corporate kind of, like, buy thing holiday. But there's still like that core essence of just have fun with scary things is kind of the spirit of Halloween. And I love scary things, so you know, of course I like Halloween. This is the time of year where people will release just horror stuff, and I can be like, yay, more horror slop, yay. And it's the time of year I can get people to play horror games sometimes with me. Yay. You know, shocker. I like horror stuff with my horror-based everything almost, kinda. Alright. That puts us at that amount. Okay, I think I'm gonna get up for like half a second and quickly grab a drink before my brain explodes or whatever happens if I don't add water to the flesh. You know? The flesh tank known as a stomach. I don't have a BRB still. There you go. I hope that's not Comic Sans, but I'll be right back. Just need to get some water. It's for me. I will be right back. Do the human things to survive real quickly. Apparently, for the third time this stream, my internet is starting to drop. I'm waiting for it to stop, but if it continues, unfortunately, the stream might have to end. God damn it. It is still going. Is it going to die outright? The stream might end here soon because my internet's dying. Oh my fucking god. Holy fucking shit, really? It is still going. Oh my god. I swear to god, if those fucking assholes are like throttling me again. Fucking hate regional monopolies, man. It's still bad. It is still going. Oh my god, is this going to end anytime soon? How bad is it? Yeah, it's killing. Just gonna put that in chat real quickly so everybody knows what the fuck is happening if like they're buffering like mad. Come on, stop. Please. I want to continue stream for at least another 50 minutes, 40 minutes. Give me 40 more minutes, god damn it, and I'll be happy with the stream length. Please? No? Yeah, I know we're not getting enough bitrate. God damn it. What is causing this? 1 second. Something open that shouldn't be. First check. Steam, are you downloading shit? No, there is nothing being downloaded by Steam. Okay. Exit that. Is that doing anything? No. God damn it. Close that. That can't close that. Discord wouldn't be doing anything, I would expect. Alright, is something running in the background that shouldn't be running? Or it appears to literally just be my internet. What do you mean? 17,000 kbs? No? Better not be. That doing something? Shouldn't be. No? Okay, did it level out? That lasted a good couple of minutes. Oh my god. Ah, damn it. We may just have like a 4-hour stream today. I was going to try to go like to 5 hours today, but that is the third time the internet has gone fucking batshit, and it may not be stable enough to do too much with, sadly. That's annoying. Okay. I hate it. Hate it, I hate it, I hate it. What are they doing in there? Oh. That, yes. Fine. I'm giving it a second and just making sure that it doesn't start doing it again immediately. It looks like we've restabilized though. Okay. Shit. Also, to explain what I've done here, I ended up getting my hands on another different set of Panthers. I don't remember what kind I have on here, but yeah. I basically should have just 2 different kind of Panthers on the pilot seat and like 1 Panther and a minigun on the turret. The turret does not get used a lot. I have been using it to like shoot NPCs, but yeah. With how unstable the internet is, I might just run some of the event missions instead of cargo hauling. Mostly so I don't, like, think about the amount of money I have disappearing suddenly. But yeah, I'm probably going to call it at the 4-hour mark. That's, like, the amount that I want to be just kind of on the low end of streams is 4 hours, so, you know, we're not wasting too much of my brain power thinking about how I'm not doing stuff that I really wish I was. But yeah. Alright, well, that's sad. All things considered, let's see. Obviously, I've been working with the good guys here. The headhunters are the good guys, because otherwise you're working with an organization of what has been described more than once as a bunch of communists. And, sir, if you put that amount of effort into your hair, you might want to put that amount of effort into your beard. So your choices of people to work with are a bunch of thieves who have very little care for human life and will actively, like, ruin your day over the slightest thing. Or the headhunters. I have no idea if that is accurate, but I'm going with the headhunters anyways, because the Citizens for Prosperity group have irritated me in the past more than once. Not going to lie. Even during this event, they've irritated me with their whining. You killed a good person! Your missions has me kill them too. They like to talk a big game about how they want to arrest someone, and then they have you just murder people anyway, so, you know. Let's just say I don't trust them. I'd rather throw my hat into the ring with the gang, because at least they're honest with me about being a bunch of people who are wanting me to kill someone for revenge. Seriously, if Citizen for Prosperity win, 100% betting they just kill the person anyways and claim it was an accident trying to arrest them. I do not trust them at all. Sudden silence falls over us, brother. Also, I'm doing these low-cost ones because I'm pretty sure there's no turrets on the low-cost. Or the low-pay ones, I mean. Yes and no here and there, whatever you want to call it, there where. Some of the higher ones have people who have been there and just have been destroying the turrets and whatnot, but it's not too reliable. Also, I just kind of want to steal some ammo and weapons and whatnot from corpses. Also, going into this view allows you to actually see like it's daytime somehow. Like, what the actual fuck is with that? That's supposed to do that? Because I don't think so. Oh wow, Copions. I can't believe I didn't hit anything there. Ship weapons are kind of bad at hitting stuff on the ground whenever they're not directly on target. What am I looking at here? Is this a hillside? I think this is a hillside. Might be a better place to land right here-ish. Good luck telling, though. Hey, you know what I have problems with? Ah, depth perception. How did you know? Aha. Would you stop shooting my ship, you ingrate? I will have your head for this. Why does that lift my ship? Ow, where the fuck? Fuck off. I need, like, low light vision, I think. You guys think you got it dark enough over here? What is wrong with you? Oh, person there. There's a person somewhere over here still. These things are really annoying to fight. I'm gonna lie. Just give me that. Corpse here. One of the guys we've been fighting. Nice gun, I'll take it. Has a different color paint, so I want it. Objective, locate missing person. Retrieve data pad. Okay. Place or drop. Why are those my options instead of store? Like, I don't have the option to put it away. I have the option of putting it down repeatedly. You're dead, aren't you? Yep. What do you have?
Sorting that out for us. Transferring your creds now.
Not a lot, to be honest.
They tried blackmailing us with that install
What?
before coming to you. They just wanted money. They had no cause, nothing to believe in.
Yes.
You won't find us.
Shut up. You have no cause, nothing to believe in. I have a paycheck. Also, not going to lie. Did that complete the mission? Did I not have to go turn that in? I didn't have to... Huh? Really? Ow. Ow, 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 ow. How dare you? I do not like the respawn on this, but like at all. By any means at all. Fucker? Where are you? Whatever. I'm supposed to take that back to the station, but that time I didn't have to, weirdly enough. Okay. I don't know why the ramp on this has been lifting it off the ground, though. A little bit odd. Alright, that's one more mission done. Eh. I know I ain't that fat, motherfucker. What the hell? Bitch. Yeah, what is with the lighting doing that? Oh well. Anyways, next quest. As soon as I can. On. Game? Ah, yes, more UI fuck-ups. That's always good. Good thing this has VTOL. Put the gun away. Alright. There we go. Alright, contract. Offers. Priority HH. Derelict outpost at Daymore, and I'm dropping frames again. I may have to just end, guys. I may have to just end. I am not happy about it, but yeah, I'm gonna have to call my ISP tomorrow and call them fucking tards again because they can't get this to work right. God fucking damn it. I am so sick of regional monopolies, man. So why is this set? Is that... I'll stop that. Yeah, it's just dying again. Okay. Well, fuck. Like I said, I wanted to go 5 hours today. Unfortunately, it looks like I won't be able to. Looks like my internet provider has decided that providing the service I pay for is not on their, interests. So let's see if there's anybody on that I can throw you to right now. Who is on? Oh. Well, yeah. That's someone to tell you to go say hi to since my internet won't stop dying. Make sure to... That's muted. Yep, okay. Alright. Well, unfortunately, my internet